2-0 the score, 45 minutes to go. And we'll see what Guatemala has for an answer here in the second half. Oh, nice ball from Di Rosario. Return ball, he's got it, there's a shot. One-handed save, and then covering up is Trigueno. Boy, that was well played by Canada. Nearly resulted in number 4. Di Rosario, a little slow tracking back. In fact, he's limping right now. Di Rosario lays it back to de Guzman. There's a strike from de Guzman.
Well, that was well worked. Di Rosario looking like he's not too bad at the moment, and he lays it into de Guzman, and he gets it out of his feet very quickly, looking for the top corner. Looks a lot closer, I believe, than what it was.
Hano lets it go for Onstad. Another dodgy one there for Canada at the back. Andrew Hano has put Pat Onstad under pressure again, much as he did when Onstad...
What's Hano doing there, Jerry? He's got to block the player off. He's let it run into him. He's nearly killed Pat Onstad in the last game. He's been very good, but on a couple of occasions for the goalkeeper, he has been a disaster. He's going to kill his goalkeeper with plays like that.
There's Hutchinson. Fresh legs in Ian Hume. He's onside, and then he stumbles. Oh, and he's turned an ankle. Back comes Guatemala as Ian Hume lays in the pitch, and the way he pounded his fist into the turf, it almost seems as though he feels he's done something that's not going to be pleasant.
Yeah, he's hurt, and it wasn't a player from...
Less than 20 minutes remaining, less than 19, in fact, remaining here in the second half. And that's Ruiz getting booked. So Ruiz has lost it here now.
Well, he's saying he's giving one back, but he's led with the elbow. He is what you call leading with the elbow, and that's what Ruiz has done. He thought that Hastings did the same thing against him. Not much. That was a clear lead of the elbow, and it was premeditated as well.
So Carlos Ruiz, I would think, will have to be careful now, because the referee knows the situation, and he knows that it was Ruiz against Hastings a few moments ago with no foul and nothing really in it, but there definitely was this time against Hastings. Hastings hurt, Ruiz booked.
Stephen Hart on the Canadian bench is furious with the officiating, knowing that this was a premeditated attack leading with the elbow after what we just saw against Ruiz before. Be very, very careful with that. This is what we're talking about. This is where the game can lose itself a little bit. It's important for Canada to keep that discipline, keep the confidence, but keep the discipline, finish this game off in a professional manner. As we're seeing Hastings, Richard Hastings is coming off to have some work done on his head. I believe he's got a cut.
Yeah, there's blood on the towel, no question. Hastings out of the match, at least for now, and Stephen Hart still having at it with the fourth official over the events that have just transpired. Now, ball back in play.
And now Canada has to play a man short because of that elbow from Ruiz.
Kevin Harms can come in, and so can Chris Pozniak. And Ruiz called for the foul there on Andrew Hano. And you wonder what's left for Carlos Ruiz in this match. Putting his jersey on is Chris Pozniak right now, so that might tell you something, as you can see the blood in the back of Richard Hastings.
You know, you can see why Stephen Hart's upset, because we saw what Ruiz did. He thought he had one from Richard Hastings, which was very little. He did not lead with the elbow. He clearly did that against Richard Hastings. He's cut him open intentionally. He got a yellow card. I don't think the official thought it was as bad as what he first thought, but he should have been sent off.
So with about 3 minutes to go, a little over 3 minutes to go, it might be safe to start looking ahead. There's the record against the United States. The last one was a friendly, January '06. Frank Yallop was still in charge of the team. It was a friendly in San Diego. There was the score. Here's Rodriguez. Hume. Jasic running down the left. Ball in for Di Rosario. Rosario can't get a shot away, but he's won a free kick just at the top of the box. Booking into the bargain.
Wayne Rosario looks as though he's shaking off any ill effects for the time being anyway, but he doesn't get pulled down right on the edge. And oh boy, he's got some great feet. Just has the ability just to keep the ball away and use his body in between the defender and his legs in front of the ball.
Not a good day for Medina. The own goal, and now he's booked. He'll forget about this one, or at least he'd like to. So here we go in the waning moments of a dominating performance by Canada. 3-0 over Guatemala. Bueno lining up the wall. Di Rosario in position to take it. So is Atiba Hutchinson. It's Di Rosario. And that didn't miss by much. It was deflected. It's a corner kick for Canada. And they'll make a substitution at the same time. Di Rosario finally coming out of this match, if they can get his attention.
Great strike by Di Rosario and a world-class save by Foster in goal too. Have a look at this. Gets across, gets a good fingertip on it. Called by the official.
We're into it now. Ruiz breaking through. And he's challenged successfully by Stalteri. Good work for him.
Canada has done a great job closing down players quickly, not allowing somebody with the ability of Ruiz to get a shot off. And it's always somebody different. Great work from everybody in the back line, in midfield as well, putting pressure on shots around the top of the box, 30 yards out. But Jasic, Hastings, Haino, Stalteri have done a great job protecting Pat Onstad, who, by the way, if he keeps a clean sheet, Jerry will tie my record of clean sheets.
There you go, 18 for Onstad, 19 for you. And it looks as though it could very well be 19 for Onstad as Pozniak comes into the match for Atiba Hutchinson to wrap things up here. Well, he's got a way to go to catch it for all-time appearances, at least.
Well, you know what? It couldn't happen to a better guy. Being involved with Pat Onstad right since 1987 in the Under-20 World Cup, which is going to be in Canada. Everybody knows this summer. He was with me down at Chile, and he's been with me my whole career. Glad to see him back in the full national team. Sad to see Greg Sutton, though, in the position that he was left with a concussion, not being playing in this tournament since Guadalupe. But well done to Pat Onstad. Well done to Team Canada in this quarterfinal result.
The fight has gone out of Guatemala here in the dying moments. And if you're wondering how long has it been since Canada won an international match by a score of 3-0, well, it really wasn't all that long ago. In fact, it was only a friendly, but Canada defeated Bermuda by a score of 3-0 in a game played in Bermuda in March 25th of this year.
All fairness to Bermuda, Guatemala is a much better team.
Hastings with the bandages coming loose. Doesn't matter now. Free kick here for Guatemala to be taken by Figueroa. Pozniak with the clearance. There it is. This one is done and dusted. A dusting of Guatemala by Canada. Solid from beginning to end. And the way they killed the clock at the end might be the most impressive of all. They are off to the semifinals in Chicago.
You're right, from start to finish. The team really did well. They've done well in training. They've organized. They've done their homework. From Pat Onstad right up to Ali Gerba, who played up front with strength. Held the ball up well. Knows he could finish. He scored 3 goals in the last 4 games for Canada. Martin Nash comes into the team, back into the fray as well after being out for long spells for Canada. Good job from everybody.
Full marks for this Canadian team from beginning to end. Di Rosario and Gerba and an own goal. Canada 3, Guatemala 0. Semifinals next. Back in